Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, viewers. We are here from Campaign Islam today to address the issue that has been playing on everyone's mind, that has been on the media and everyone's been talking about it, which is of course the niqab ban. So we're here to speak to Muslim women of the Ummah that actually wear niqab, to get their views and their opinions on this actual ban that will actually affect them. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So sister, what we're doing, we're from Campaign Islam and we're going around talking to everybody about the niqab ban, which I'm sure you've heard about. So what is your personal view on this niqab ban?
Well, I'm glad you asked because, like I said, it's been going on in the news for a few weeks now, and it's important that you get the Muslim woman's point of view, and someone especially who wears a niqab and has been wearing the niqab for a good 9 years. So it's important that the people hear our view.
I think it's outrageous, this niqab ban. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they're starting to attack something which is so minor. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a piece of cloth. It's not many people wear it. It's a society which is supposed to be based on freedoms. And they talk about it's the freedom to speak, freedom to do this, the freedom to do that. You know, but what is my niqab? How is it infringing other people's rights? Do you see? So I don't understand what they're talking about. They talk about it's a society of freedom. You can dress how you please, do whatever you want. But when it comes to the niqab, they seem to have an issue.
Would you mind just telling us quickly about your personal views on this ban?
Okay, alhamdulillah, I've been wearing the niqab for many years and I wear it willingly for myself. And what I don't understand is, I've been researching on this niqab ban as well. What I don't understand is, what is the crime that has actually been committed by sisters like me who choose to wear the niqab willingly? I mean, there's so much hype and hysteria on the media with politicians and the media creating so much uproar over the niqab.
Alhamdulillah, I've been wearing the niqab for a good number of years, and since I've been young. But what I've noticed that through the recent weeks, that situation has caused many fear amongst Muslims, even like myself, who wear niqab. I mean, I remember one day when I was walking to work and a boy tried to pull my niqab off. And I felt so relieved that I had a spare niqab in my bag, that knowing the fact that someone could have just tore it down and pull it off, and I couldn't, I feel exposed and feel violated, and my honour will feel being attacked. But yet, it's not just someone attacking this piece of cloth. It's a society, it's politicians, it's MPs, it's media who are attacking it, abusing it, who are mocking.
I don't understand why they fear this piece of cloth so much. Why is there to be so feared about? Do you understand? They have so many thugs and stuff. Hoodies. They go. Why don't they ban hoodies?
Why we wear the niqab? And my niqab, the reason why I wear it is because it's a symbol of Islam. It's a means for me to be subservient to my Lord. It's a means for me to worship my Lord. My niqab is protection from the fitna of today, the corruption of promiscuity and sexualization of society. My niqab is a prevention from the fitna, the oppression of women that we see today. My niqab represents my identity. It represents me as a Muslim woman. Not just a Muslim, not just an ordinary woman, but a Muslim woman. My niqab, it protects me from the oppression you see in society. The oppression of these liberal values and the secular values that we have. That dictates that woman is just a sex object. This niqab liberates me. It differentiates me as someone who's intelligent. Not just someone that should be judged upon, but the way they look and how skinny they are and what clothes and how much legs they show. This is what my niqab represents. It represents me worshipping my Lord. This niqab for me is a symbol of Islam. It's a symbol of me worshipping worshipping Allah. It's a symbol of me practicing Sharia. This is how important it is to me as a Muslim.
Okay, so if this ban was to actually be imposed, what would you do?
Well, I wouldn't do anything. I would continue to wear my niqab. It's not really something that is dictated by man. I wear this niqab for the sake of Allah. This niqab is a symbol of Islam. Our choice, we wear it for the sake of Allah. And these people, they always talk about how we're so oppressed and how they want to liberate us. And the way they think to liberate us is to actually force us to remove something which we put on by our own choice. They want us to remove our niqab the way that they went into Iraq and Afghanistan and they forced our sisters over there to take it off under the guise of liberation and under the guise of freedom. They want us to be like them. They want us to dress like the Western woman. And this is how disgusting this society is, that the less clothes you have, the more scanty clad dressed you are, the higher you are on the payroll, the more people look to you and they seem to love you. And when you want to cover yourself, when you want to have a bit of modesty, then they come down on you and they attack you. They look down upon you and they think you're somebody oppressed, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's the hypocrisy. Like I said, they talk about freedom, but what freedom is it? If I'm not even free to dress the way I please, what kind of freedom are they trying to enforce on us?
Even if they try to ban it, even if they try and things get difficult, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if you have your trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then nothing can put you down. And if you remain firm upon the deen.
If this ban was to actually come into place, actually to be implemented, what would you do?
I will defy it. I will defy it. I will continue wearing it. Like I said, this is not a matter of, I didn't wear this because David Cameron allowed us to wear it, or the British or French or Belgium, whatever, they allowed us to wear it. I didn't wear this because of it. I wore it because it's part of my deen. It's part of my belief. That belief that I worship only Allah. It's part of my belief that I only refer to Allah and His laws, no one else. If there was a law and man decided to create this law, which I have no doubt that they will, because I believe this piece of cloth, they're not worried about this piece of cloth, it's not harming anyone. They're worried about the symbol of Islam behind it. And why are women rejecting their values and taking up values of Islam? To them is medieval. Why are they doing that? Why British-born women here, even converts, many normal white women who were brought up here, they convert to Islam and they're picking up the niqab, they're choosing to wear the niqab, they're not being forced. Why are they making this choice? Why are they rejecting our values? Isn't it so great? Well, of course not. And that's what we've come to realise, many women has. So if they do impose this ban on any Muslim woman, whether it's the niqab today, the hijab tomorrow, we will rally all the Muslims to defy this. And they will have 3 million Muslims marching on their doorsteps. We will never bow down to their laws, never. We only follow Allah and follow the laws He came with, not their laws.
Is there anything else you'd like to add and say to the Ummah?
Yeah, I do. When this niqab ban first took place, because this obviously isn't the first time it's taking place. We heard it happen in France, we heard it happen in Belgium. And when it took place, a lot of Muslims in the UK, they thought, it's their problem. And that's the sad state of reality the Muslims are in, but they thought it's their problem. And we never ever thought that it's going to come to the UK, or we thought, it's such a majority number that wears niqab compared to the compared to the European countries, that it's not going to affect us. But the thing is, it's on our doorsteps now. And like I said, we never ever thought that it would ever happen. So we never ever thought that it's something that will affect us. And even now, when it does affect us, you see a lot of people that say, it's only a minority, it's only a handful that wears the niqab. But the thing I want to say to my brothers and sisters, tomorrow, today they're attacking the niqab and it's a minority that wears the niqab, but tomorrow they're going to attack the hijab, tomorrow they're going to attack the beard, they're going to attack the masjid, they're going to attack the Quran. When they start attacking all these symbols of Islam, what are you going to do then? Who's going to be there to defend? You need to rise up and you need to defend. You need to defend the niqab, even if it's not something that concerns you, because this is a symbol of Islam. And the way for you to defend Islam is by you coming out and practicing Islam. This is just, they're trying to ban the niqab in order just to silence the Muslims, to stop us from practicing our Islam. And it's about time the Muslims woke up and realised this fact.
What have we done wrong? Why do the courts want to imprison us when we are innocent? I mean, alhamdulillah, I've been wearing my niqab for many years now, and I can say that I've never stolen anything, I've never abused anyone, I've never murdered anyone. So what is my crime, I ask? Why do I feel like I'm being treated as a criminal when I have never even broken the law? The only thing I can find is that living under this Western secular law, the only crime I feel I'm doing is that I'm a Muslim and I choose to live by Islam in my daily life. Because as a practicing Muslim, I choose to cover myself, including my niqab, covering my face. And this belief of mine is not upheld in this so-called freedom package that a society like this wants to portray to the world.
We need our sisters, our brothers, defending us. It's difficult trying to be pleasing Allah when you leave the house, living in a society that is full of sin, of temptation, and yet we see not just the disbelievers, but the Muslims, even amongst our relatives, who abuse us, who will mock us for this piece of cloth. And that's how the situation has become, living in a society that has become difficult and more difficult to practice the deen.
So it's clear to see that many of the people we spoke to said that this niqab is a symbol of Islam. So to attack this niqab would in fact be attacking Islam. And they all voiced the opinion that they would call out to the ummah to rise up and defend the niqab, because after all, it is a symbol of Islam. that's all for today from myself and Campaign Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.